think I got it. I hope I got it, but it's one way I can check before we do anything. You go ahead and go ahead and play it. I'm gonna go to my YouTube and I should see it.
And let me know like what the sound sounds like. I think we could do it. Actually, over there at the table.
Go ahead and talk.
You want us to talk?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm talking.
Can you hear us?
How's the bite?
It's good.
Can you see us? Can you see us?
Yeah, you guys are live. Did y'all mean to go ahead and start the live?
Yeah, Kim, go ahead and start.
You here? Well, hello. First of all, welcome, Miss Sabrina. How you doing today?
Hello, how are you? Is there a way that y'all can like put the camera down? Because literally the camera's like right here.
That's what I'm saying.
I got you.
That's exactly what I was saying.
Yeah, just for you guys, so when you look back, when you watch it back, you'll be like, oh, that looks better.
Is that good? Is that a good angle?
I mean, it's good for me. As long as it's good for you guys, I'm good.
Well, first of all, welcome and thank you so much for taking the time out to do this interview with Unpack Radio. First and foremost, give us some background on yourself.
Oh my goodness, where do I start? My name is Miss Sabrina Seoul. If you follow me on social media, everybody knows that my last name is Seoul, and that is because I was born in Seoul, Korea. Okay. A long time ago. My mother is Korean. My father is Creole. My father was in the military. I pretty much grew up in Virginia in my younger years. And then when I turned about 25, I want to say, I moved to the Maryland, DC area. And I was up there for about 15 years. And I started sewing. You guys know me probably as a fashion designer. I started sewing, like hand sewing, in 2001. I've been sewing ever since. I've had a business ever since. I just started taking it really serious about 3 years ago, of course, right before the pandemic hit. I did feature my clothing at DC Fashion Week, and moving forward, early part of this year, I was honored to be able to actually host DC Fashion Week. So went from the runway to the mic. So yeah,
that's
I don't know. It's so much about me. I'm a published author. I'm a published photographer. I'm a public speaker. I was on the hit show Ready to Love on Oprah Winfrey Network. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Well, my first question before I even start the interview is first, how's your mental health? How are you doing?
My mental, emotional, spiritual health is amazing. I'm good. I'm in a very good place. I'm blessed to have woke up this morning and to do this thing called life and to be sitting here talking about it with you lovely people.
Oh, well, that's awesome. Now, we got to get into this Ready for Love.
I'm ready. I'm ready. As soon as y'all said y'all wanted it, I was like, oh, Lord. I was like, what we going to talk about? But I'm ready.
First and foremost, you got to give us some background. Like, what made you want to do Ready for Love DC?
Okay, so prior to me doing the show or signing up for it, I'd never really watched Ready to Love. It was a situation where I seen it on TV and I was like, oh, this is cute. And I think I watched like one episode, wasn't feeling it, got off of it, didn't even watch it. When a friend of mine slid it into my inbox, they DM'd me the flyer saying that they were coming to Washington, D.C. and it was a dating show. And I was like, oh my God, this is a great opportunity for me to like really date. I was like, because I've done the dating apps. I've done it all. You know what I mean? Like I used to stroll around Home Depot, go to the gas station, take extra long to pump my gas. You know what I mean? So I did those things and, went to the clubs, went to the bars, go to restaurants, eat by myself, on purpose. I mean, like I did all those things and it just didn't work for me. And I was like, you know what? But then I can honestly say, like, I was in a place in my life where I don't think I was ready to be in a relationship. Like I didn't make myself available. So I said, I have to change some things up. And I was ready for love at that point in my life. So that's what I did. And when I changed things up, I did find love, but the love that I was finding was just in the wrong places. They just were not the right people for me. And, you know, I'm single again. And then I said, you know what, when I got that DM, I was like, well, I mean, golly geez, I've done everything else, but I haven't been on a dating show on reality TV before. I was like, so why not do that? That's the only thing I haven't tried, you know? So that's how I got on there. I went ahead and I signed up for it. There is an extensive application process that you have to go through. You have to fill all this stuff out, and they don't just want like 1-2 line answers. I mean, they want paragraphs, and it was like 30 questions. I mean, it was a lot, you know? So I went ahead, did it, and I had no idea that I would be picked. In my head, in real life, I was like, I ain't gonna be picked. And I said, but you know what? I'll never know unless I put myself out there. So, you know, I did the application, and, you know, and everything went from there. When they said that I'd gotten accepted, that's when I was like, you know what did I get myself into? I was like, let me go back and look at I said, let me see what this show is really about. Cause I probably signed up for something that I probably wouldn't even like doing. So I watched some of the episodes, and me watching the episodes, I was like, wait a minute, this is that show that I watched that one episode. I said, now I really need to watch them. So I did. I went back and watched like 3 or 4 seasons, and I was like, okay, I could do this. I just didn't know about the foolery behind it. You know what I mean? I just thought it was really a dating show with men that were like-minded as myself, that really was ready to settle down. Like how you go on a dating website, you think that those men that are on those dating websites, they're divorced, they're widowed, they're single, they're done. They're like, let me just go. I don't have time. I work too much. Let me go on here and let me make it a little easier for myself and give myself a better chance by putting myself in front of people that are ready for the same thing that I'm ready for. That's what I thought the show was about. So that's what I did.
Now, Miss Sabrina, I'm a super fan. My wife made the show, and I haven't turned back. I noticed with the DC crew, the level of shade I saw on social media when they was posting you guys pictures for the announcements of who's going to be on the show. I love the DMV, but it seemed like the DMV area was hating on everybody in the cast. I was like, I know some of these people personally. Why y'all being so shady because they did not pick you? Did you notice that as well?
So let me say this, and no shade to the DMV because I'm from the DMV. No shade to them, no shade to no one in specific. But me pretty much being here all my life, I can honestly say I was not shocked, because prior to me even going on the show, people from the DMV, that's just how they act, period. I mean, it's something that I've dealt with because I've been in the entertainment business, and I've been within this facet of business and these specific types of people in the entertainment business, whatever, if it's artists, if it's whatever, you know what I mean? Musicians, rappers, models, dancers, whatever. So I was always in that circle, and that's just how it has always been. And it's always been where they never wanted to see the next man do better. I talk about it all the time. And I talk about also, that's why I started my podcast, The Missing Link, because that's what I used to go through when I was trying to start my business and do the things that I was trying to do within business. And I would go to people within my area, in our area, and ask for help, to go to functions and to try to be a part of things. And I just didn't realize how crabs in a bucket we were, and how, you know, they don't want you to be successful. And that's why a lot of us don't make it out of this area, because they're so busy worrying about the next person getting on, instead of looking like, let's get one person on, and maybe that person will bring all of us on with them. So it's just unfortunate that we have that. Some of us have that mentality in this area, but that's just what it is.
I have 2 singles here. Have you guys noticed in your dating journey and the shade be real when you find a young lady of your choice?
Yes, as always. I mean, when you find somebody that you into, there's always going to be a sideline hater that's not going to be into that person, or don't understand why you into that person. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, like,
I understand.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you're finding people that you're into.
Yeah, I finally did. You know, it took a long time.
Oh, y'all mean in the dating aspect?
It takes time. Go ahead.
No, it's terrible out here. And I hear women say all the time that dudes are, it's difficult to meet a good guy. Man, I'm newly single, and I'm saying that, but I've been single. But I didn't want to accept the fact that I was single. Mm-hmm. But now that I'm focused in on that I'm single, it is really difficult to meet a woman who's just like regular. I'm not even asking for you to be extraordinary.
Regular.
Just be regular. Let's hang out. Let's have a good time. How about getting a bite to eat?
And that's so facts. Because I deal with that. And it's harder for me now because if, someone tries to talk to me or come up to me or they slide in my DM, most of the time, if they know who I am, I won't even give them the time of day. Because unless I really feel like there's a real strong connection where it's just undeniable, because in real life, I have to ask those questions now. Is he only trying to deal with me because of who I am, because I was on TV, because I have this many followers, or because of that, and because I know this celebrity and I hang out with that celebrity? It's just, and it's a lot of stuff that I don't put on social media because it's already a lot of stuff with me on social media, but it's hard. So it's I feel you about you saying just being regular. So it's just to the point now where I want someone to come up to me and be like, "Hi, how are you? You're so beautiful. What's your name?" Right. That's a breath of fresh air for me. Yeah. It's I'm simple. Honestly, outside of when in the DC, Maryland area, a lot more people know me. Down here, people just know me as in the person they went to school with. They don't know me. I don't really dress up. A lot of them don't watch the show or didn't watch the show. I don't dress up. I don't really be putting on a lot of makeup. I wear my little bobos, my little kids. I might put some leggings on, a little shirt, a big shirt, maybe a hat. I'm real regular. And I really just want to meet a real regular guy. Honestly. And then I feel once, we get to that point or whatever, and I'm I feel we're starting to get a little bit more serious, then I'll be I got to tell you something. But what I'm going to tell him is going to be really good. He's going to be oh, wow, she was on TV. You know what I mean? So, but that's afterwards. But it's hard for me now. I don't want to date anybody.
I got a question for you, Sabrina. So when you're looking for someone to date, what qualifications are you looking for in a guy now that you are well known? What qualifications are you looking for now in a guy?
Oh God. Well, the first thing I'm going to say is now you asked me a very specific question. I'm gonna give you some very specific answers.
Right.
Because I know what I want. I know how I want it, and I know what I'm gonna get. And that's what I want. But it's just me. First of all, I won't date. I'm not interested in dating a man under 6 feet.
Hey.
What?
I mean, well,
She said under 6 feet.
Oh, no.
I'm not trying to offend anybody.
I feel some kind of way about that.
Yeah, I would swipe right. I would swipe right or swipe left or swipe up. You're probably a great guy.
I'm 5'9". I'm almost there.
That's amazing. And you would be amazing for someone. That's amazing. Yep.
Okay.
But the reason I say is because I'm 5'10" without heels, flat-footed, and I love to wear heels too. And I'm just not trying to be 6'2", and then I'm dating someone that's 5'7". It's just I've done it.
I understand.
Yeah, I've done it. I just didn't care for it. What I look for also too is someone that is honest, someone that's loyal, someone that is romantic. I love a romantic man. It does something to me. I love a very affectionate man. I want you to show me PDA in public. I want you to pick me up. I want you to pick me up and let me straddle you and you walk me to the car. Okay? It's all, you know what I'm saying? I love a man that can cook, that will cook me breakfast in the morning. I'm just saying what I love in me. I'm not saying that I won't, because I give all that times 10 to my man. I will go above and beyond for him. You know what I mean? But these are the qualities that I would like. Someone that is an over communicator. That's huge for me. Don't just communicate with me. I want you to over communicate. I want to be tired of hearing your voice, but at least I'm gonna be tired and I'm gonna have a clear understanding of how I feel when I go to sleep in you too. I don't like drama at all, not even a little bit. The men that I've dated recently, I tell them real quick, if this is going to get complicated, then unfortunately I'm going to have to cut it off. And the question I usually ask them is this getting complicated? They'll be like, oh, no, we good. I'm like, oh, okay. And I'm not saying that stuff can't happen because ain't nobody's relationship perfect.
Right.
So I just need to put that disclaimer out there too. But like that petty stuff, I'm not for it. I'm too old to be dealing with a bunch of kitty stuff. What else? I want someone who is handy. Like I want him to be like, baby, I can plug that light bulb in. I don't want a man that be like, how you put a light bulb in? I'm sorry, that's just not me. If I need my man to be able to do the things either that I can do or more, and I can go out here and I can fix the fluid master in a toilet. I fix my own toilets. You know what I mean? I cut my own grass. I do my own yard work. You know, I fix my garbage disposal. You know what I mean? If something happens to my refrigerator, I fix it. So I'm not saying that I don't expect him to do everything. I just want to be able to depend on my man.
What if he has like a utility apron with tools inside the apron and he likes to show up with nothing on but the apron?
Now, that's amazing, okay? I would
like
want, as long as all the tools that come with it that need to be with that apron, okay?
Absolutely.
So don't just come to me with just the apron on and think that everything gonna be fine and dandy. If you don't got the tools to come with just the apron, you got to bring me some food or something when you come.
Right.
You know,
Right.
you got to make up for it or something.
I feel
Yeah. So you would you say?
Let's pass the bag to the panel. Kim, before you met your husband, what was your qualifications?
Oh, my qualifications. Woo. I was like, Sabrina, you cannot be under 6 feet. I'm sorry. I cannot look down to
Do
a
I
man
need to get
that
out
I
the
have
frame?
respect.
Like, oh my
I
goodness.
just can't. I don't like shorties. No disrespect.
Am I that short? Am I that short though? 5'9" is short.
A little bit.
No,
I have to
5'9" is short.
I have to be
No,
able
I'm
to
talking
look
to you.
up to you.
What's your name? Oh, I can't see the name.
But for me, you had to believe in God. You have to believe in something higher than yourself.
That means
And no disrespect, but you got to match my match. Like we were talking earlier, when I want to go on vacation, I want to go on vacation to enjoy myself. I don't want to have to pay for me and you.
Yep.
That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying
And
you
I've
gotta be a
been
millionaire,
there
billionaire.
too. And I've been there too. And I get it, sis. I get it.
Right.
And I didn't want to do that either. Like that's why I say I'm just at a place in my life where I know exactly what I want. Like I'm not saying that once you become my man, I'm not saying if something happened to your job or whatever the case, I'm gonna take that slack, boo, until you go find something. I'm gonna help you pay the bill. I'm gonna help you look for a job. Like I'm gonna do what I have to do as your mate because we're together. It's one. We're one at this point. You know what I mean? But if you coming into the door talking about, yeah, you know, I'm looking for work right now.
right.
It's a whole bunch of stuff you could be out here doing. You can find work to do. You know what I'm saying? I used to work at Little Caesars. I used to work at McDonald's. I've worked at Taco Bell. I've done those things. So it's like when people say those things to me, that's why it's hard for me to really like accept people for what they accept. Like if you don't want better for yourself, how you gonna expect me to want better for you? No, I can't be with nobody. Like I need somebody that's gonna help me grow. We gonna lift each other up and empower each other and be great together. You can't be down here and what you looking for a woman to pick you up? I got one daughter. I don't got no other kids. You know what I'm saying? But I don't mean to cut you off, lady. I'm sorry, sis. Go ahead.
No, that's okay. I understand. Sister to sister. Well, you mentioned something as a single mom. How is dating, being a single mom? Because I was a single mom and I found it very hard.
It sucks. It really sucks because I'm going to say this. Like, my daughter is the most important thing in my life, period, point blank, period. And, my mother was my daughter's caretaker, and my mother just recently passed. So I don't really have anyone to, thank you. I don't really have anyone to care for my daughter. So literally, if she's not in school, or if she's not at taekwondo, if she's not doing her horseback riding, if she ain't out there doing her swimming lessons, if she ain't doing any of her activities, she is right here stuck to me, attached to my hip.
I got you. And our condolences to your, to you losing your mom.
Thank you.
I know that's a very hard thing.
Yeah, honey.
How's your daughter?
My daughter's 9.
Oh
Yeah.
God, she's seeing through everything.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah, mine, no.
Yeah.
And that's what I get. And that's exactly what I get. And, she's at the age now, like when she was younger, it was easier for me to like go on dates. If she was around, she'd be like, she don't know. Or if I was dating someone, she ain't know. Now she's 9, she knows. So it's like, I have to be specific about who I bring around or when they come around. Like, I'm not going to just bring anybody that I've just been dating for 3 months around her. You know what I'm saying? Talking about this, my friend. No, because I really might have a real guy friend that is my real guy friend that I want to bring around her and not feel guilty. And her thinking, well, why mommy got so many guy friends?
Right.
No,
Right.
that's not
I understand.
happening. So it's hard dating. So it's to the point, if I don't find any free time, and if I don't have my best friend that's also a single mom with 5 kids, my best friend, if she doesn't watch my daughter, won't nobody really watch my daughter.
Right.
Down here, so and I won't go on no dates, and I'll continue to be abstinent like I've been doing.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's what it is.
You forgot to ask the guys what are their qualifications when they're looking for a lady.
I'm so scared to even ask you all that.
DJ Smoke.
No, let's go with Wayne first.
Dwayne,
I gotta think.
what's your qualifications, bro? What's the application process?
It's so tricky out here that you actually have to just. This is what I do. I don't have any expectations. I just date. And if you come to the table as cool, then I'll continue to date you. But if you come but I'm an Aquarius, so I'm inquisitive. I ask certain questions. I recognize red flags. And if you come to the table with something that's not, that's not conforming to me, I'm gone. I'm at a point where I'm not saying I want to get married, but I want to be comfortable with the person that I'm with. I want to be able to have a bomb conversation. I want to be able to eat good. I want to be able to be challenged, mentally especially. Mm-hmm. So I ask for so much. And I can't get what I can't get what it is that I haven't. No, I shouldn't say I can't get. I haven't gotten what it is that I'm putting out there in the atmosphere. And it starts with me first. I'm actually putting good energy out here. Mm-hmm. And I'm looking for good energy, but I'm not getting it back. So
DJ Smoke, what's the application process, brother?
Hey man, listen, man. I'm a cool person, and I feel like you have to be where I'm at or past me. You can't be under me, because I don't have time for that. Because I'm not doing a Build-A-Bear. I'm not doing that. I've done it before. You know what I'm saying? It didn't work out. So
yeah.
And communication, man. You got to be able to have like where I'm at now, who I'm dealing with now. Great conversation. You got to be able to communicate with me, and we got to be able to talk about the same thing and understand it and look at it maybe in a different way, but still come to something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like communication, though. That's that. I don't care how much money you make. That don't do nothing for me. You know what I'm saying? Because I got my own money. My thing is just come to the table with yourself. Don't be fake. Don't act like you're doing more than what you're doing. You know, like where you at is where you at. Where I'm at is where I'm at. We meet in the middle, then we glow up. That's where I'm at. So that's what I look for in my application. And don't be lying to me, goddammit.
I know that's right, bro.
Well.
You want to know my qualifications?
Ooh, she must know.
Did you want to know the application process?
I guess, what's the application process?
Before I met my wife, before I met my best friend, I was an F-boy. So we ain't going to talk about that application process.
But it's okay that you were.
But now that I learned from my past experiences, what I saw in my wife and my best friend, I saw yourself.
Mm.
I saw literally how you say you can see someone glow. I saw your glow. And then I fell in love with that glow.
Right.
I agree.
And I knew from that moment that I was going to marry you.
Mm.
Oh, he about to make me
I
cry.
know.
Hey, man, I got it every now and then.
Yeah, you know. That's what's up.
What he knows is I tell everybody, I think when I turned 40, I gave up on dating. I gave up on trying to find the love of my life, a soul, my soul partner, because it was so much mess out here, and I don't do mess. And so I just said,
You know what I've been going through.
I have a daughter, I have a good job, I have my own house, so I'm like, you know what, I'm just gonna live each day like it's my last and enjoy my life without the drama.
Yep.
I was just tired of dating the wrong men.
Shit, all that down. You about to have a hot girl summer too. All of it went away. There's hopes and dreams.
And then for us guys, I don't know if you have any kids, Wayne, but I have a daughter, and then my daughter's 11. So having a daughter, it's like you got to protect your daughter. You know what I'm saying? And like what she was saying about fathers, like who you bring around. Like now I gotta have good energy around my daughter, because she looking at me. I'm her hero, So, I gotta bring somebody that I think that would, bring good energy to her. So,
That's what
Yeah.
I do have a show question though. I noticed on the show sometimes, like when we talk to Miss Denise, it was a different person when we actually talked to her
Oh, absolutely.
than what we saw on the show.
Yeah.
When we talked to Tessa, it was a different person than the person we saw on the show. One thing I do commend you on is when I saw you, every time I saw you on the show, it was consistent. When I spoke to you, it was consistent. So do you try to make that an effort to be who you are without the BS?
To be honest with you, it should be no effort putting into you just being who you are. Like, I don't have to try to be me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't one thing about me is what you see is what you get. Like, I'm not going to try to be extra this person, extra nice, extra politically correct, extra gangster, extra sweet, extra. No, you're going to get me, and however I'm feeling at that moment, that's how I'm feeling. That's what I want to say. That's what I'm going to say. I'm just not going to fake the funk. Because you know what? I did that before in my younger years. I tried to be a sweet person. I tried to be a nice person. I tried to be the person that I thought everybody wanted me to be. And it didn't work out for me because people still crapped on me. People still talk crap about me. People still, did bad things to me and mean things to me and said mean things to me and behind my back and everything. And I just was like, wow, like these people, like I thought were my friends, or these are the people that I would never thought that, so it doesn't matter. Like the best thing to do is just be out here, be yourself, be real to yourself. Because at the end of the day, can't nobody say that you was acting like this or acting like that. Like you just said about other people that, I've never talked to those people, but just for you saying that about them, I don't want nobody to ever come out their mouth and be like, I saw Sabrina, because the 99.9% of the people that do know me will be like, that's not true. Then you must not know the same Sabrina that we know. Right. You know what I'm saying? I like to be consistent all the way around. So that's how
Let me ask you this, both good and bad, right? Because we all aren't perfect. We have our amazing qualities that we bring to the table and all that other stuff, but we also have a certain quality about us that may rub off on other people, not so well. What do you do about that? Like, so I'm personally a little, I'm a good guy, but I'm a little tougher in certain ways than people expect me to be tough. And I try to hide that, but am I allowed to actually be that tough guy? Or should I keep hiding that?
No, hide it for what? And then when you do finally find the person that you want to date, because you've been this timid, nice guy the whole time, when you do get mad about something, they're going to be like, who is that? Where he come from? Why he so tough now? No, You need to be you. And if a tough situation come out, you need to be tough at that moment. So when it does pop up in a situation in a time that you don't feel like you should be when you are, then it's like, oh, okay, that's how he is. That's how he's always been. That's how he was when I met him. No, show the people the real you in every situation. Your work, your relationships, anything that you do, just being out. Like, you never know who you're going to run into. You know what I mean? That's going to mention your name in rooms that you are not in. And when they do, you want to make sure that they speaking the real you, because it could be to somebody that already know you. And then if you saying something else about the person, they're going to be like, that's not the person. Be consistent all the way through. This is your life. You only got one life to live it. So live it exactly how you want to live it. You need to be unapologetic about it, period, point blank. You don't owe nobody nothing. The only thing you owe anybody is to yourself. And that's just to be real to you, period.
I agree with that because I'm a savage.
So,
I was face savage in my mouth.
I totally agree.
So Sabrina say kick ass.
Yeah.
You know.
But I would say sometimes it's difficult. Like I tell, like me and my coworkers always talking. I say, from my point of view, I know who I am. I see me, and I'm like, I walk around the way I walk around, but I'm a big titty bear. But if you looked at me, you would not assume that. Right? You just see 240 pounds, frowned out face, and muscles coming towards you. So I agree. It's kind of hard to say, hey, I'm soft too. Yeah. But at the end of the day, I can also rip you apart. So you got to find, I guess, balance.
You got to balance that.
You got to find that balance.
You got to, I mean, I saw my emotional side, you know what I'm saying? So you got to balance it. Everybody got emotional side. Might not be all the way up, but especially dudes, because dudes, like I said, we always do the tough guy thing. But at the end of the day, we got emotions. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all hurt us just like we hurt y'all. Y'all actually hurt us worse than we hurt y'all. If y'all don't understand that. Yeah, I said that. So yeah, no, that is the truth. Women can hurt a man way worse than I don't care what. I'm telling you, it gets us in a whole nother level. You know what I'm saying? Like
one, like the GOAT said.
Yeah.
When a good girl turned bad, she turned bad forever.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it gets us in a whole nother level. Why you think Kanye out here acting a damn fool?
No.
You know what I'm saying?
No.
Am I not lying though?
We didn't hurt y'all just to be hurt y'all on our own. So a lot of times you all do something to us first.
I get it.
Not all the time.
What I'm saying is the way we take it, the way we perceive it, is worse than the way y'all perceive it.
Well,
Talk your talk, brother.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, we're emotional. I will say that. So when we hurt in the beginning, right here, right now. We deal with it.
We hurt in the end.
Men deal with it because you all don't deal with it.
Yeah.
You move on to something, some distraction to keep you busy.
Yeah.
But we deal with it right here and there. We go through the pain.
I don't like you saying that.
But that is true.
Do you agree with that, Sabrina?
I don't like
man will say, I'm about to go to the strip club and get a bottle and I'm going to get over this pain temporarily. A man will do that. A woman will live in the pain, but we will keep on chasing our next high until we feel better.
Once we so up,
Once we so up,
it comes all the way
I lost everything. I do have a question for the panel. Wayne got a question.
I do like what she just said because it's so factual. Now I'm a little bit different as a whole grown man. I live in my pain. I have to live in my pain because that tells me that I need to make changes or I need to stay the same. So when I hurt, I don't feel any type of way about hurting. I'll be sad in the moment, but that sadness will allow me to get over what it is that I'm dealing with. Because what we typically do, what I've done in the past is I'll try to drink it away. It doesn't work. I'll try to, and I'm a real lively. I try to sleep with a bunch of women to make it go away. And it doesn't work. The only thing that works is me sitting in that pain and to understand where I'm coming from. Hey, the last counselor I had, I asked her, I said, what was my responsibility? What did I do wrong in that particular relationship? And the reason I asked her that because I wanted to grow and I wanted to not do that. Because to be honest with you, I have terrible relationships with the women who should love me, adore me. Whether that be my son's mothers, whether that be my sisters, so forth and so on. And I'm like, what did I do wrong?
Yeah.
So I want to grow. I want to be a bigger and better individual so that I might find my soulmate, so that I can stand up and be 6'6", and I can look at Sabrina and say, hey, listen, what's going on? What you doing tonight?
Now, I do have a question for the panel. First, we're going to start with the guests. We're going to work our way around the room. How do you know when you are ready, truly ready to commit yourself to the process of loving someone?
You feel good.
You asking me first?
Yes, ma'am.
I think for me, how I knew that I was ready is because, without me getting too,
Feel your feels.
yeah, so I'm just gonna say it without giving too much information. So my mom and my dad were together 53 years before both of my parents just passed. My dad just passed in August. My mom passed in December.
Oh.
And it was within 8 months of each other. Like, this just happened a couple months ago. And when I moved back down south to take care of my parents, being around them and seeing their unconditional love made me say, as much as they fought and as much as that he used to cuss her out and she used to cuss him out, and and they used to go at it, at the end of the day they still were married 53 years. And it didn't really dawn on me that they were married 53 years until they were both about to die. And I said, golly, at where I am right now in my life, in the age that I am, I would never have 53 years. I'm never going to have that. I'll never have what they had. So guess what? If I'm going to have it, I need to start now. So what do you need to do, Sabrina? What do you need to do to become the Sabrina that you need to be for your husband, for your soulmate that you're going to meet? And that's what I did. And that's how I knew. And once I realized that about 3 years ago, that's when I said, I need to start working on me. Not even 3 years ago. Shoot, it's been like 6 or 7 years now. It's been a long time. Yeah, it's been a while. So, and then 3 years after that, I got into a serious relationship. It didn't work out. And I was like, wow, because I was really dating intentional. And I didn't realize like how bad these streets were.
Yeah.
Oh, the streets is bad.
Yeah.
Trust me.
I was like, maybe I waited too late. It's like, God dang it, I done missed the boat.
Yeah.
So, now I'm almost 50, so I'm just at a place now where I'm just like, you know what? I'm not going to press it. I'm not going to make it happen. I'm not going to force nothing. Whatever's going to happen, I'm going to just walk by my faith and not by my sight. And just, when it's my time is going to come, it's going to come. But I do know that I will find my soulmate before I leave this earth, because I want to die happy with someone. Honestly, I want to be in love. I want to be unconditionally in love with him.
Beautiful, right?
That's deep.
Yeah.
Kimberly, how did you know you were ready for your process of love?
Woo. I guess for me, like I said, I've always dated the wrong men. And I took a break. I took a long break. Like Sabrina said, I focused on me. I healed. And then I just got content with being alone and being happy and taking care of my family. And like Sabrina, my parents been married, oh my God, for 56 years. And I still have them. And I'm thankful for that. And I was just content. But I also was open to love. And I just kept praying. I said, Lord, you bring me the person you have for me, because I'm choosing wrong. And the next thing I know, this man here asked me out, and I almost, messed it up, because I kept saying, no, you're just a friend. We can't go out.
Right.
But look at us here now. 6 years later, we're still together.
Yeah. That's what's up.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
How did you know in your dating journey that you're open to the process of love?
Well, that's who I am. I'm a in-depth person. I always tell people I am love, because that's who I am. You know, I have a heart full of love for everybody that I surround myself with. And I love to show that. You know, at some point in my life, I tried to step away from it. But the natural, general person that I am, I kept coming back to, you know, wanting for the people in my circle to understand that they were worth being loved. They are worth being happy. So that's who I am. So I would be, if that's who I am, I would be selling myself short if I didn't expect to meet somebody, fall in love, and to give them who I am, and to expect them to give me what I expect. Not give me who they are, but to give me what I expect. Mm-hmm. Because I need to feel the same thing. I need it to be reciprocated. Mm-hmm. So, you know, it's I know it may be weird to say, but at some point, I have to be married. Mm-hmm. I have to be married. Yeah. You know, I have to have my own woman. I have to have her put me on a pedestal, because that's what I do to the women that I love. I put them on a pedestal.
Y'all deep today, boy. DJ Smoke, after all your drama that you've been through,
you know,
are you still open for the process to love someone?
Yes. Yeah, of course. Like I said, depending on where the situation goes. But I got a good situation right now. And I what I'm saying is, people can come in your life when you ain't even looking for it. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? I was already going through a whole lot of drama, trying to figure myself out, but this person is really helping me keep my mind off the negativity and all the bullshit. So, yes, I'm most definitely open for that. Why wouldn't I? Who don't want to just be with somebody and that person got your back? You know what I'm saying? I'm tired of the one night stands. I'm tired of going to the bar. I'm tired of that gets old. I've been doing that for years. You know what I'm saying? It gets old real quick. Yeah. Who don't want somebody you sit back, you want to watch a movie and be boring? Let's be boring. I'm not saying it's boring, but it's boring. Good boring. I want the boring life. You know what I'm saying? I don't want the fast life. I did the fast life. Fast life got me spending a lot of money. So, yes, I want that. Yes. The boring life. I'm sure. I
don't want boring.
Boring life is the best life.
I want the happy life. I don't want no boring life. You better make it. You better keep it exciting.
Maybe I didn't say it right.
Okay.
Boring is still like happy.
You mean content?
Content. Like, it's not doing nothing. Just sitting outside on the deck and just looking at the damn stars. That's kind of boring, but it's kind of like whatever. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
See, I consider that romance. That's that romance that I.
Well, I'm romantic. I'm on my Tevin Campbell right now.
Oh, okay. You like, let me keep shooting my shot. Yeah. I'm 5'9", but.
You know, yeah, I'm with it though. I'm with it. That's right.
Yeah.
How did I know? To be honest, I'm still learning how to love. And I'm really looking forward to the day that all my emotions open up. I'm working on it though. I'm a work in progress.
I have seen it. Yeah, I've seen it since I've known you. I've definitely seen it.
Think about all the. I mean, I tell people a lot. You know what I mean? You got to think about the way I came up, where my mother did the best she could, but she didn't always give us love. So it's kind of hard for me to really express my emotions because I keep everything too bottled up. But I'm learning how to be open. That's why, you know what I mean, I seen you guys the messages. Hey, I love you. Yeah. You know what I mean? Even when I'm having a bad day, how's your mental health doing? Like, I care and I'm concerned. That's me learning the process of loving individuals. Right. And I'm learning that I need to be more open and honest and communicate with my own half more. And I mean, I did marry my opposite because I'm talking about comic books and she looks at me like I'm crazy. So yeah, you know what I mean? You gotta have little differences. But I truly found my best friend. I know that much.
I know that too. Yeah. Trust me, I know that. You got the best thing right there.
I found my best friend.
You'll be a damn fool, mess this up.
I would be, my friend. And that's what I'm hanging on with you. I'm nobody's fool, my guy. Nobody
I already
fool.
know.
So I want to ask Sabrina, if someone came to you and said, "I'm looking for true love," what advice would you give them?
That's what I was saying the question.
Stop looking.
It's gonna come to you.
Yeah.
Right.
If it's true,
Yeah.
you won't have to look for it. When you go looking for stuff, you usually find the wrong stuff. That's like when you try to find your man or your girl cheating, you go looking, you're going to find something.
You gonna find
And
something.
it's usually not good.
So let me ask you this, Sabrina, what are your deal breakers?
That should be
Oh, God.
Panel.
Bad hygiene. I'm just bad hygiene. Somebody that be lying all the time. Somebody that is not a go-getter. Like you have to, want better for yourself. You know what I mean? Deal breaker. It's such a turn off to me. Like I want to ravish you when I see you. I want to have those. I can't ravish you if I see you on the couch every day when I come home from work. You know what I'm saying? Like it won't work for me. That's usually really it, because everything else can be fixable.
That's true.
You know what I mean? So, I mean, the bad hygiene can be fixed too, but like when I first met you and, you try to, I can't,
Is that what we doing? Is that what I'm attracting? Come on.
No, what's the question?
No, you said, what about you was attracted what? Bad hygiene?
Yeah. Am I attracting bad hygiene? What are you doing?
So my thing, no, it's just that if I find you attractive, if I want, that would hurt my heart so much. I would be like, oh my God, he's 6'5", he chocolate, he this, he got it, da, da, da. As soon as he be like, hey, how are you? And if it, I would be like, I'll never forget that smell. Even if you fix it, I'm gonna remember it forever. And it's just, it's gonna be hard for me to get it out of my brain. I can't. And dirty fingernails.
Yes.
I'm sorry, those are my deal breakers.
My own manicures on purpose.
Mine is teeth. You gotta have your own teeth.
I
I love a beautiful smile, so you gotta have your teeth.
Yeah. See, I mean, I get you, yeah. But those are like, that's not a deal breaker, but the bad like I need you to smell good. Like I can't smell you smelling like, a bag of onions. I can't. Like I just mean like hygiene just in general, like I can't, like I don't want to come close and smell like I smell like it's your belly button stinking or something. Like what's that smell? Like that smell. Like is that like his earlobe? I mean, I don't know what is going on.
Wow, she getting
That's deep. No, that's real.
Y'all know what I'm talking about.
That's real. I'm sorry, it's real. Like she said, 6'5" chocolate. That you would never look at him the same again.
And he
Had a great
right in the face.
Yeah, got a great job. Clean nails, clean shoes.
Yeah.
It would just mess
yes.
everyone up.
You might have talked about it.
I got a question for the panel. Sabrina first. What was your worst first date where you showed up on the spot and you was like, oh, hell no?
That didn't happen to me, but that actually happened right before the show. When I went on the show, I only went on one date. So I was single for about 8 months prior to me going on this one date. And for my last relationship. And it was the only date I went on the whole time I was single up until I got on the show. And it was a guy, he asked me out to eat. He was like, let's go have lunch. And it's someone that I used to go to school with. We grew up together. So I was like, okay, I'll keep my options open. So I went to lunch. It was an amazing lunch, amazing conversation. I was like, okay, I might could do this. At the very end, he was like, how we gonna pay? I was like, I don't know. I was like, you gonna pay by MasterCard, Visa, or American Express? You got that number? I was like, I don't know how you're gonna pay. He was like, no, I mean, like, he was like, we could put it on one bill, or you could cash at me, I could pay, or you could I'll cash app you my half. No, this was a real conversation. He was like, oh, I could cash app you my half. I was like, wow. I said, let's just split the bill. I was like, you good though? I was like, are you good? He was like, well, what do you mean? And I said, because you asked me out to eat. He was like, but I thought we was just going as friends. I said, your text messages ain't sound like we was just friends. I said, so I said, this is confusing to me. I said, this was very, disheartening. He was like, oh, okay. Well, times is hard, whatever. And I said, well, then you don't need to be going out to eat with nobody. And you don't need to be dating right now. I said, you need to go home and you need to get yourself together and reevaluate these situations and put your priorities in check, because you should never be asking a woman out to eat and then asking her how she gonna pay. I said, because if you really hurting that bad, I was like, sweetheart, in real life, I could pay for both of our meals if you really need the help.
Absolutely.
He was like, no, I got it. I said, oh, okay, well. I said, well, it was a great lunch. I was like, have a nice life.
Right.
And I get up. I'll see you on the Instagram.
I'll get up.
Yeah.
Do you believe we're living in a different day though? We're living in a different day.
Absolutely.
I'm not saying that I'm that guy, because if I go out with you, I'm not gonna ask you how we're gonna pay for the bill. I'm gonna take care of the bill. But at the same time, we are absolutely living in a different day.
Yeah.
You guys are getting it. And you may think this is silly, but if you guys are getting it, get it.
Dwayne,
Yeah.
you know me personally. I will pay for the bill.
I'm paying for the bill.
But
I was going to ask you the question.
I expect at least the courtesy reach. At least give me the courtesy reach. And then I'm going to say, nah, baby girl, I got this. But at the end of the day, you got to at least reach out and at least fake me out a little bit.
My two boyfriends ago, how we started dating is I asked him out to dinner. I was like, what you doing on Saturday? I'd love to take you out to dinner. He was like, word? I was like, word. And when the bill came, I grabbed it and he let me and I paid.
Right.
And that's because I asked him out to dinner.
Absolutely.
Like, I don't have a problem with paying. Paying is not the issue. Like, you know what I mean? I don't mind going Dutch, but talk to me about, like, let's communicate that. You don't ask me out and you trying to get with me and you trying to make me your girl and then come to lunch talking about you gonna pay you going Dutch. Like now I see if we get into a relationship, I see how this is going to be. It's going to be a very friendly boyfriend-girlfriend relationship.
Right.
Like, I'm going to be living with my roommate. Like,
Right.
I see where this is going to go. That's not what I'm looking for. So, and he messed that all up. He tried for like 3 or 4 months after that. I just didn't really respond.
I don't like that you made me agree with you.
Carefully.
Yeah, paying is not the problem. I love taking care of my man. I love doing stuff and paying sometimes because I want him to be like, like, dang, my baby got my back. You know what I'm saying? I don't got always, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what's up. Like, I want to do that because I want you to feel like you're appreciated. Like, you go out here and work hard just like I do. And I know because I'm your woman and you my man, I already know you going above and beyond for me. I know you doing it. So why can't I go above and beyond for you? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's not no give and take. Yeah, we gotta work. We gotta look out for each other. When your back hurt, I'ma rub it. When mine hurt, I want you to rub mine. It's not hard. People make it harder than what it need to be. Being in relationships is not hard. We make it hard.
Absolutely, I totally agree.
I know that's right. Kimberly, what was your worst date?
So my worst date was. It was actually a blind date. A friend hooked me up with a guy. Yeah. And so he got stuck at work, so he came to pick me up a little bit later, but we had to go to his house so he could change his clothes for the date. And I walked outside to meet him, and he was off the curb. So I'm thinking, he's standing down. Yeah, he's taller. So I stepped off the curb. He had some beautiful roses, but when I stepped off the curb, he came to my neck. I went on with the date. I did. Right. But that was our last date. I just couldn't do it.
Too short?
I just couldn't do it. Nice guy, but just not for me.
It's a real thing. It's a real thing.
Oh, man. Y'all got to stop doing that, man.
First and last. Hope he's well.
Y'all got to stop doing that.
Dwayne, what was your worst date?
I think my worst date had nothing to do with her. It had everything to do with me. I'm a plumber, by the way. So I go out here and I do these side jobs and I expect a certain amount of money to be cashed out to me. And when I get on this date, the money that was cashed out to me didn't cover the bill. So yeah.
You don't need to be dating my guy.
Wow.
Should stay your ass at home.
Yeah. For the most part, I should have stayed my butt at home. So it had everything to do with me. It had nothing to do with her. So I think that was my worst date to date.
Wow.
Yeah.
DJ Smoke.
Man,
Worst date, bro.
it's always about the money, man. I mean, it's always gonna be about the money. So this chick, man, I had met years ago, and we went out. She said, "Let's go." At this time, I didn't even know what this restaurant. How much this restaurant cost? I'm not thinking. Roof Chris.
Oh yeah, that's a bad.
I'm
Bag,
not.
baby.
I'm not.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm not even knowing where I'm going. I ain't doing no research or nothing.
That's a
I
bag.
said, "All right, yeah, let's go." Man, get in there, see the goddamn prices. I said, "Damn, man, this shit costs." So I was like, "All right, okay, let me not panic," because I wasn't where I'm at now, as far as like my job and stuff. So she ordered so much goddamn food and drinks. I was like, "Shorty, your side is $90. My side is $30. The math ain't adding up."
Well,
You know
in
what I'm
all honesty, it's $44 for the steak. It's $15 for the
She
mashed
had all these
potatoes.
drinks and shit like I had it like that.
Hey, bro.
So he said his bill was only 30.
I made sure to keep my shit in a certain. I was like, what the hell? You had like a salad and some water. When I saw the prices, I had to downgrade. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you did.
now listen, I wasn't where I'm at now. I wasn't making what I make now, so I was like, yo, these prices are ridiculous. They were like $45 a pop, right?
Yeah. This
Y'all
very
know how Roof Chris is, you know what I'm saying?
yeah, they're very because everything is a la carte in Roof Chris.
Yeah,
$30 for a glass of wine, bro.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't sell foot in there. That's a bag. That's like
So what did you do?
So I paid it, and then my account went negative. Oh yeah, she messed my whole account up. My account went negative. I dropped her off, and I basically did what she did. I said, "It was nice knowing you,"
and that's it.
because I got to get my account back. To, you know what I'm saying? Like, you done fucked my whole account up. You know what I'm saying? Like, what? Right?
Thank you, Father God, for grace and mercy. I have no worse dates to that point because I don't think nobody ever did me that dirty.
Nah, that was crazy. I mean, she didn't even offer. I said, "Can you at least help me with something?"
Oh, you asked?
Yeah, I had to, because I didn't have it like that. I didn't have it. So my version of what she went through was when I was down. Everybody got their down moments. You know what I'm saying? When you're just trying to come up. Now, I'm in my 20s at that time. You know what I'm saying?
So could you have say, look, you asked her where she wanted to go, or she chose the place?
She chose the place.
So that probably
She did the most, is
You
what
should
I'm
have
saying.
chose the place and just you gotta.
I should have chose damn Taco Bell. You know what I'm saying? To check
I was about to say, as soon as she said Roof Chris, you should have been like, unfortunately, sweetheart, we're not gonna go to Roof Chris tonight. Let's pick. I got a spot for you, and I love this spot. I'm gonna take you here. That's what you should have. You should have navigated the situation. You knew you wasn't Roof Chris ready. Like
I should have took her to Friday. At that time, I could afford Friday.
And that's what you should have did. Like, people need to stop, stop trying to sell dreams. Like, it don't work. It end up hurting you at the end of the day. Like, it's okay to be humble. It's okay to be like, no, we going to Fridays. Because when it's time, when you get on top, when you get the Roof Chris money,
I'm there now. Just saying, at that time, I was not able to do that.
But then guess what? You probably will have the right person on your arm that will deserve it because you were in a place at that time to be able to go there.
I'm good.
Like, make it make sense. You know what I'm saying? It gotta all add up. Stuff add up. We stop trying to force stuff. Stop trying to force it. Let it go how it's supposed to go. You know what? She Friday material. I'm gonna take her to Fridays. I'm telling you, when you find your queen, your pocket's gonna be so fat. You're gonna be taking her to Roof Chris and be buying her a Gucci bag afterwards. You know why? Because you're supposed to be taking her to Roof Chris. You're supposed to be doing it.
You know what? I mean, now because I'm older, like I said, this was years ago, but that made a lot of sense. Like that female was most definitely Fridays / Wendy's material. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
You said Wendy. Oh Lord, you done dropped down to Wendy's. I was trying to at least give her Fridays. Golden Corral or something.
I love you.
I'll just say it.
Thank you, Kimberly, because you ain't never got me off of no
No,
regrets.
no
Thank you,
regrets.
Kimberly. You a good
She
one.
got me, man. That was the first time I've been there, and I said, okay, the next time I
Yeah,
go,
it's expensive.
I gotta pay my money right, and I gotta go with the right person. You know what I'm saying? Like I gotta not go with
I'm
somebody
not
else.
saying I never took no one to Ruth Chris, but I've always had Ruth Chris type money.
But that's what I was trying to. I didn't know it cost that much.
Yeah,
I didn't know it
that was
cost
a
that
very
much. You know what I'm
expensive
saying?
lesson.
She thought you was a drug dealer.
Yeah, she thought I was a drug dealer. So I'm like, she's thinking I'm balling. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm making $7 an hour with that time. You know what I'm saying? Like, what can I do? You know what I'm saying?
Sabrina, I have a question for you.
Yes,
because
ma'am.
you're a very beautiful person. I can tell inside and out.
Thank you.
Sister to sister, do you have any issues like with other women? You know, especially Black women. You know, we tend to hate on each other a lot. Now that you've been on Ready for Love for DC and you're doing your thing out here, do you get a lot of love? Do you get a lot of negativity?
So let's talk about before I went on the show. I had
Okay.
both. I had both. I had a lot of love and I had a lot of negativity. Let's talk about after the show. I have both.
Oh wow.
It ain't changed, right?
It hasn't got no better or worse, huh?
The people, it's just more people now. I have more women that love me now and I have more people that hate me now. This is still the same, you know, and I appreciate the compliment, you know, but it doesn't bother me. I don't care who like me, who don't. Guess what? This mortgage still got to get paid and food still got to go in the refrigerator. So you like me, you don't like me. I appreciate everybody that love me and like me. I appreciate it. I love my soulmates, you know, but at the end of the day, like my life don't stop. Like it go round and round. Time don't stop. These bills don't stop. My daughter needing new clothes every year don't stop. It don't. So I can't stop and think who like me, who don't like me, who's saying this, who's saying that. So, and it's bad. It is. It's bad. And I didn't realize until I was about 27 years old that I was a halfway decent, attractive woman. I never thought of myself as being attractive. And, you know, and one day, an older lady had to pull me to the side and was like, "Don't you know you're beautiful?" I was like, who, me? I had no idea, you know, because I was bullied, you know, for the most part of my life. I was treated very badly growing up. No one never told me, no one pulled me to the side and said, "Oh my God, you're so beautiful. You're this, you're that." I never had that kind of praise growing up. My parents didn't do it for me, you know, so it was hard. And then when I finally like accepted like who I am and I was okay with being in the skin that I was in, I had to then at that point learn how to be humble but yet appreciative and but still knowing like I'm a bad lady out here, you know what I'm saying? So when I had to learn that and I had to be okay with it, you know, and once I became okay with it, that's when the noise of who like me, who don't, who hate, who, that's when the noise just started to drown out because I was so secure within who I was that I was okay with whoever loved me. I love whoever loved me. That's it.
Right.
But you got to think about it. Nobody's asking you to be on their show if you're not an attractive woman. Were you comfortable within yourself prior to being casted on the show, or were you still like in limbo as to how you look?
I've been the woman that I am now. I've been this woman about 11 years now. The woman that I am today. Yeah, and the reason I know it was 11 years ago because it was my daughter's about to turn 10, and it was a year before I had her. I was at the lowest place in my life, and I literally hit rock bottom, and I had to get to that place. So it's like when you are dirt, when you're filth that you feel about yourself, that you ain't shit, that you don't amount to nothing, that if you died tomorrow, you didn't care. You know, once you get to that point and you start building yourself up, especially when you're at an age where you can remember it and feel every emotion while you're going through this process, you'll never allow nobody to take you down. So as you climb and you climb and you climb, and during that climb, and once you get more secure in who you are, no one that's something nobody can never take from you. Right. So when I got to that that my kingdom, when I got to the highest, when I got up here with the universe and with God and being a godly person and being that queen that I am.
Right.
Yeah, I was good.
So if you don't mind me asking a follow-up, please, let me ask a follow-up. So I was right there where you were as well. I created this alter ego, and I don't know if you can see this shirt, but it's Lone Wolf. This
Okay.
alter ego helped me get from the place that I was. I was at rock bottom, you know, where I thought I wasn't the man that I once was, the guy who used to take care of his family, the father that I was. And, you know, people broke me down. But once I discovered this alter ego, which is, again, Lone Wolf, that helped me get out of rock bottom. What helped you?
I prayed a lot. I prayed a lot. And I need to say this too. I'm not religious. I'm very, very spiritual. Do I believe in God? Absolutely. Do I have faith? Absolutely. And that's what I did. I prayed and I prayed and I prayed to the highest being that there is, that there could be. And I just kept asking for signs. I literally was, I went to my mom and I called my mom. I said, Mom, I need you. It was on like a Monday. And I said, I need to leave here. And I had got a home built in Maryland. And I remember I packed up all my stuff. I called her. I said, Mom, I need to leave here. She's like, when do you want to leave? I said, yesterday. Literally, my mom came that Thursday, helped me packed up a U-Haul. She hired like 2 Mexicans, 2 amigos. They packed the truck up. She brought me back home and she took care of me. And I was in my old bedroom. I was literally in there for 2 months, almost every day straight. The only time I left was just to go use the bathroom. I didn't go outside. I didn't want to do anything. I just wanted to stay in the room. I didn't even want to eat. My mom had to sit next to me in bed and force feed me. She had to feed me. She had to lift me up to drink because I just didn't want to live anymore. And I told her, you know, it felt like something was trying to kill me. And if it didn't kill me, I would end up killing myself. And that's where I was 11 years ago, you know. So, and it was bad.
God, you got out of that.
Absolutely. God got a plan for me.
I know.
You know,
That's
it wasn't my time.
So
it wasn't my time.
I guess let us know what you're working on now.
Oh my gosh. So much stuff. So I am a YouTuber and I actually started doing YouTube before I even got on the show with vlogs and everything like that. So I do have a YouTube channel, which is Miss Sabrina Seoul, which is my name here. Also too, I have a podcast on YouTube called The Missing Link. And what that is it's pretty much a show where I bridge the gap between the teacher and the student. So people that have their own business or that are in business and that have been successful within business, I bring them on the show and I interview them. God bless you. And I interview them and ask all the questions that I feel that the viewer would need and the answers to in doing what that person is doing. Like if person is a painter and they're getting into painting or interested in being a painter, if you watch this interview, hopefully I answer some of your questions to begin so you could start becoming a painter, you know, just to inspire, encourage, and to motivate others out there to start your own business and to, you know, for you to move forward in that. Also too, I will have a show starting in middle of November. It's going to be called Single Soulmates. And it's going to be a dating show. And I'm really excited about that. So I haven't promoted really hard yet. I kind of want to wait towards where it's closer to that time. I've been throwing little hints out there, you know, that I have this dating show coming out, but I am going to be promoting really, really hard prior to it actually premiering on my YouTube channel. And it's going to be powered by the Missing Link as well. And also to the beginning of the year, I am going to be starting something new where I am doing wholesaling, and it's going to be called Rich Girl Inc. And that's a business where it's going to be a platform or somewhere where you can go to start your own business. And I will be a supplier of jewelry, accessories, all different kind of things where you can buy at a wholesale price from me that you can sell on your website, or if you want to start a website. So for any girls or anybody, any man or anyone that's interested in starting a business and don't have the means and the networks and the outlets to be able to start their own business, I will create that for them and to give them the products at a very, very low cost so they're able to start their own business. And I have my clothing line, Shop Sabrina Seoul, my signature collections that I designed personally. This coat right here that you see, that's one of my designs that I've made. This coat here. So I have that. And I still do my photography. I do it behind the scenes. I don't talk about it a lot, but I just recently did a wedding. That was amazing. And I am a published author, and I do public speaking before COVID. And I speak about, when I do public speaking about my book, which is See No Evil, I promote, and well, not promote, but I bring awareness to domestic violence.
Okay.
Quick question.
Yes.
Now, I know you have a bunch of stuff going on.
I do.
and I'm going to try my best to ask this question the right way. So, if not for your child, if not for your spirituality,
Mm-hmm.
if not for your work, what gives you life?
Love. Yeah. That's why when you said you are love, that's something I say all the time. I am love. Yeah.
Dope.
That was deep.
Very dope. Very dope.
No what,
Yeah.
Dwayne? That's gonna be the final question because that was too deep.
Hey!
Miss Sabrina, can you please give your information so people can find you on my network?
Yes, you can find me everywhere on TikTok, on Twitter, on Facebook, on Instagram, on YouTube. Everything is Miss Sabrina Seoul.
Kimberly, where can people find you at?
Oh, well, through Unpack Radio.
That's a good answer.
Right, Unpack Radio.
Real easy.
Well, I'm on Instagram, Lone Wolf _IP. I is in intellectual, P is in property. I'm on Facebook as my government, Dwayne Foot, which is boring. But and I got a website, Lone Wolf _IP. .com.
DJ Smoke, where can they find you at?
You can find me on Instagram, DJ Smoke _Smoke ENT. I'm everywhere. I also do photography too. So I got a wedding I'm about to do on Sunday.
Okay, that's what's up.
Yeah.
And you can find me on Unpack Radio everywhere, especially for my uncle advice, which is blowing up. I must say my uncle advice is hitting the networks, and I give the young men guidance. I try to correct what we're doing and try to stop us from being F-boys on the street.
Yeah.
Yes, Kimberly, why are you looking at me? Why are you looking at me like that? My uncle advice be pretty good advice. Yeah. All right, Miss Sabrina. First and foremost, before we let you go, because I know you got another show coming up, thank you. Because you don't have to talk to us. We still growing, and I appreciate you taking your time out. And I appreciate you for being a good person.
Thank you. No worries. I enjoyed myself. Nice meeting everyone.
Nice
Nice meeting you too, and continue blessings to you and your baby.
Thank you so much.
Have a blessing.
Okay, good night. Bye-bye.